Hey guys, today's on schizophrenia and what helped the most. Schizophrenia and what helped the most. But before we get to this, please allow my brief prelude. As you know, I conveniently recorded it for our mutual comfort, our mutual convenience, and our mutual luxury. And hey, listen, I'm no spring chicken. I know I get it all the time. People ask me all the time, are you a spring chicken? I say no. And therefore, I've been around a few preludes in my many years. I'm telling you, this prelude, it's got something that's particularly luxurious. Like a ever luxurious, pizza.
Hello there, my name is Robert Francis. You've stumbled on my Unconquering Schizophrenia YouTube channel, where me and the bird...
Bird's on vacation, so I could bring the book 5, Who's Who.
This is the cut of my jib right here for reasons of my medical confidentiality. I'm a licensed clinical social worker.
The old legends and
15
icons
years.
of schizophrenia.
That's a lot of gabbing and chatting. I've been diagnosed with
Who are
schizophrenia
they?
for a score 5 and 1. And that puts a little gray fleck in my beard. Thank you for joining me on my channel.
Now, to topic.
Topic.
What helped me the most with recovery from schizophrenia was firstly the medication, straightened things out. But secondly and importantly was me figuring out my own schizophrenia, like what it feel like to be psychotic. And essentially one of the biggest things that helped me the most was learning to function while I was psychotic, like to still function across the day while amid a psychosis. That was huge. That was probably the thing that helped me the most because, you know, if you have psychosis and you can't function, then you can't, it's hard to, fully and gainfully recover as such because it hits you for a loop. But when I learned how to function while I was psychotic and became familiar with what it felt like to be psychotic and learned to function while I was psychotic, that was huge because, you know, if I can continue to function across the day, and when the day ends, I can turn the page and try to live the next day not psychotic. So I think the thing that helped the most was learning how to function while I was psychotic, but also how I arrived at that. There was a lot of things to figure out psychologically with schizophrenia in my mind. Like, you know, I had to conclude that, you know, something may seem very obvious to me when I'm psychotic, but at the same time, it may not be true. And that was huge as well. You know, it's like I see a car and everybody's telling me I don't see a car. And I had to, you know, come to grips with that. Not always believing my perceptions. When I was psychotic, things appear very plain to me, but I learned over the years that my perceptions were not right. And so that was also crucial to learning to function while psychotic. Because when I'm psychotic, I see things in a certain way, but I don't believe them anymore. And that took a lot of insight and figuring out. So there's a lot of things to figure out with schizophrenia. We got to learn how to function when we're psychotic, and we got to learn to turn the page when we are psychotic as well. And we also got to, know that the goal is to move towards rationality, of course. We don't want to be psychotic. But there's a lot of things to figure out, and that's very luxurious, like a slice of pie. Everybody loves pizza. I'm always in the mood for pizza. Hit me up. We'll see you next time.